is death. After all, we're not free. We belong to the government, and deviant thoughts will not be tolerated. In the aftermath of the horrible Oklahoma City bombing, government propagandists tried to intimidate the people into silence by recklessly linking criticism of the government to acts of murder. Some people ask, how can you fear your government and claim to love your country? Our response is, how can you love your country without fearing your government? Who else holds a counterfeit license to kill, incarcerate, and confiscate for non-crimes? Remember, America is about liberty first and last, not obedience to bureaucrats. The Washington power clique wants you to shut up, get in line, do what you're told to do, and most outrageously, think what you've been told to think. We have hundreds of politicians and thousands of lobbyists crawling all over Washington, thinking of ways to control you, to extend their will over you, to subvert your freedom and replace it with their will, to capture, that is, to steal your life force. And so we should all be very angry, because anger is the engine that drives our will to resist. And without resistance, without awareness, they will take it all. That's not just politically perverse. It's a sin against mankind, because freedom is actually sacred. Drop an ant into a jar and seal the lid. It will spend the rest of its life trying to get out. It has nowhere to go, but it wants to be free. That is its nature. It's the way every living thing is made. Once, a long time ago, I saw something at the zoo, a wolf lying in its cage. I thought about how this magnificent animal was the end product of millions of years of evolutionary design. A nose that could detect the faintest scent, ultrasonic hearing, eyes that could see in the dark, teeth and jaws capable of crushing thick bone, heart and lungs that could run him for hours in a sub-zero blizzard. And yet there he was, lying forlorn and full of despair. He was well fed. He had a clean habitat and water and medical care. So what was the problem? He was sick with the knowledge that his wonderful powers would never be exercised again. And so he lay there, his head on his paws, staring blankly ahead at perhaps some imaginary forest that he could never reach because there were bars around him. They had not killed his body, but they were destroying his soul. God gave Adam and Eve freedom, even though he knew they would invite death into the world. That's how important freedom is in the divine scheme of things. And that's why we urge you to defend it always.
I've often wondered what George Washington, Sam Adams, and Thomas Jefferson would do if they were alive today. Not much. They would have been in jail. You know, a lot of intelligent people warned me not to do this show. Said I was putting myself in danger. But that's precisely why I'm here today. I refuse to live in fear of my government. We have to take personal responsibility for our lives. They think of us as statistics. They lump us together in groups. 65% of the blacks think like this. 75% of the women think like that. 27% of the Jews think this way. And 61% of the Christians think that way. 50% of the men think this way. And of that 50%, 46% of the circumcised ones think another way. It's all bull. There are no groups. We're individuals. Group thinking is no thinking. It's black against white, rich over poor, straight opposing gay, men versus women, rancher against rapper. The It's only as individuals that we will ever find harmony and peace. Bill Clinton and I are both white, straight, male Americans. That's 4 groups we share. But do I think like Bill Clinton? I can't stand Bill Clinton. I am Aaron Russo before I'm white, before I'm Jewish, before I'm an American. I can't think like all Jews, or all white people, or all Americans. It's not possible. Divide and conquer. It's an old formula. Folks, we've been splintered. My hope is, God, I pray, my hope is that this show, this series, can bring all these splinters together into a strong oak tree that can withstand the assaults that we're under. So we can once again make our common thread freedom of the individual. So we can all be different and still defend each other's rights and appreciate our differences. That's what it's all about. And if you don't allow freedom, if any of you don't allow freedom for somebody else, then you can't have freedom. Do you understand that? We don't have much time, folks. The free America that we all knew and loved may be gone forever. That's frightening. That's damn frightening. It's time for all of us to stand up and say, no matter what my gender, my race, my age, my education, or economic level, rich or poor, I am first a human being. And I'm ready to start behaving like one again. I open up my arms and my heart and respect every other person in this country. No more labels to separate us. No more judging each other. Live and let live. We are going to reclaim America's ideals of brotherhood and liberty for everyone. That's our greatest legacy. I want all of you who feel as I do to send me letters and faxes. Email me. Tell your friends to join us in this crusade for freedom. This will be the largest crusade in the history of America. And a direct challenge to the status quo. And Washington damn well knows it. Make them understand that we, the people, are the sovereigns, not them. We love you, Ed. Come on, everybody. America.